Hello, I'm Assistant District Attorney Vanessa Villalobos, and I'm here today to discuss the history of arson. Why is arson a crime, and what is the appropriate punishment for arson? Let's start with the history of arson. Common law defined arson as the willful and malicious burning of the dwelling house of another. Burning was considered to be the consuming of material of the house or any part of the house. And dwelling was defined as a place a person regularly used to sleep. Common law required 5 elements to exist for the act to be considered arson. 1, an intent or malice on the part of the arsonist. 2, the act of burning had to occur. 3, the burning must be of a dwelling or structure within the curtilage. 4, the dwelling had to belong to another person. It could not belong to the arsonist. And 5, it had to occur at nighttime. Arson began to evolve with the Great London Fire of 1666 and the creation of homeowners insurance. The fire devastatedly destroyed 13,000 homes, which forced people into realizing that something needed to be implemented which would help compensate them for the loss of their property. After the Great Fire, people sought a solution for compensation, which later on led to the beginning of homeowners insurance. Once homeowners insurance became available, it provided protection for the home along with the occupants and their possessions inside of it. Common law of arson did not include the burning of a person's own property. However, once homeowners insurance was created, it evolved to include it. This was because homeowners decided to deliberately burn their own dwellings with the intention to defraud and collect proceeds from the insurance company. As a result of insurance fraud and the necessity to protect all property, the crime of arson had to change. Consequently, the 5 elements that we previously spoken about had to be revised. So, although state and federally the definition of arson varies, it did broaden it and encompass all acts involving the intentional burning of any person's property at any time. So now those 5 elements are: 1, the unlawful intent or knowingly burning property must exist. 2, a burning still has to occur, but burning can also include the smoking, scorching, or discoloration of the property. 3, the property is no longer limited to a person's dwelling. It has been extended to all types of structure, including personal, real estate, property, vehicles, forests, or even crops. 4th, arson now includes a person's own property. And 5th, arson can occur at any time. So why is arson a crime? Arson is a crime because it robs a person or the community of their lives, assets, property, and it causes serious devastation. Arson can result in the increase of insurance costs, decrease in property values, and even loss of business revenues. Arson is considered a serious crime by legislature due to the devastation that burning causes. Arson is the number 1 leading cause of fires and the number 2 leading cause of injuries and deaths each year. Each year, arson attributes to approximately 267,000 fires, 2,000 injuries, and 475 deaths. In addition, arson costs over $1.4 billion in property loss each year. So what is the appropriate punishment for arson? The appropriate punishment for arson, like its definition, has evolved over the years. So at common law, arson was punishable by death, and now it is categorized according to the types of arson committed and their severity. Those types of arson can include reckless burning, unlawful cross or symbol burning, wildland burning, and arson of a structure or property. Reckless burning is the unintended cause of a fire resulting in damage to an occupied or unoccupied structure, property, or wildland. Reckless burning and unlawful cross or symbol burning are a Class 1 misdemeanor. Those sentences range from probation to 6 months in jail and up to $2,500 in fines. If the act of wildland burning was committed due to negligence, it is a Class 2 misdemeanor. Recklessly is a Class 1 misdemeanor. Intentionally or knowingly is a Class 6 felony. And if the act placed a person or an occupied or unoccupied structure in danger of damage or injury, it is a Class 3 felony. So these sentencing range from, on the misdemeanor side, probation to 6 months in prison with a fine up to $2,500. And on the felony side, probation to 2 years in prison. Arson of a structure or property is based off the dollar amount of damage and the occupancy of the structure. So if the property damage is less than $100, it is a class 1 misdemeanor. If it is more than $100 but less than $1,000, it is a class 5 felony. And if it is over $1,000, it is a class 4 felony. If the structure is unoccupied, it is a class 4 felony. If it is an occupied structure, it is a class 2 felony. And if that occupied structure happens to be a jail or prison, it is a class 3 felony. So these sentences ranges from probation to 3.75 years in prison if it is unoccupied, and up to 12.5 years in prison if it was occupied. Thank you.